Alright guys, welcome back to the LPR Trading Group YouTube channel. I've got a video here today for you guys on the trades I took on SPY today, playing options. I took both a put play and a call play. I'll go through the charts on ES because that's what I use to chart the SPY options plays that I'm playing. So we'll start with ES, top-down approach. On the daily chart here on ES, like I spoke about in the previous video, we have this upward channel that's pressure cooking up here. We're getting into a tighter range, and ES is constantly testing the lower end of this channel as well as the higher end of this channel, and it seems to be holding this upward trajectory. So as long as this range stays intact, we can play this exact pattern from the top side and the bottom side. The range is relatively large, and it will give us substantial moves both intraday and for swings. So let's dive down into the 5-minute chart here. We'll have a look at what we saw today off the open. Here's some 5-minute action. We'll pop open our Discord channel. I've got a post here, ES buy and sell plan. So I've got our supply zones marked out, 467,350. This is a key zone for me to the upside. If we can hold under this zone, we're going to be bearish. Also, if we build over or through the zone, we could be bullish if price takes us through the zone. Buyers start stepping up and pushing price through the zone. On the demand side, I've got 4636.75. That was a key level for me. If we fade off the open, this will be a key zone for buyers to wake up. We'll look for longs in this area if buyers hold price up. One thing that we do in LPR is we do not diddle in the middle. So we play our zones, we plan the trade the plan. By diddling in the middle, what I mean is if price is chopping around in between two zones, we're not going to touch it because the areas that we want to play are typically supply or demand. This is where sellers came into play and buyers got exhausted. Sellers pushed price down previously from this area, and this 30-minute demand zone here is where buyers came into play and continue to push price to the upside. So we're going to go into the chart and have a look at the trades that we took today, and we'll talk through them. So ES opened up, and we did get our flush off the open here back into demand. So I actually jumped on this and I took a put on ES. Go right to the open. I took a put on ES right at the open for a scalp. I like to put a bit of money in the bag off the open just so we can relax a little bit more on our future trades throughout the day. We figured something was going to set up in this zone, so we got a nice drop at the open. We got a beautiful basing candle, inverted hammer. I got short here. Actually, I bought puts here, and as soon as we got into demand and we started getting bought back up, I scalped the whole position out for profit. One thing that I did notice once we got into demand, buyers did show up in this area as expected from the pre-market plan. So one of our big plays here is look at the price and volume as price gets into the demand zone. Once it gets into our demand area, we want to see buyers stepping up and propping up price, exhausting sellers looking for a move to the upside. So we actually got into this trade early here off one of our plays called the TZ play. And for those of you that are members, you guys took this trade with us. I'll circle it right here. This is our TZ play. I got long right in this area. Our stop was low of day, and we took a nice rip here off the first few candles. I got out most of the position here. I had a 20% runner left. Held. This was a key level that we should have broke out intraday. As soon as we popped this key level here, this was essentially a TZ to the downside. Short term or long term, we don't know. But it gave me cold feet, and I got out of the trade as soon as we failed here. Powell was speaking today, so there was probably some influence on the markets while he was speaking. I believe he spoke at 10 o'clock, and there was a pretty good move to the upside at 10 o'clock. We did consolidate because traders were a little bit shaken up. As soon as we got that TZ set in here, I got out of my position and sat on my hands and waited. So the original plan for the trade when I got in the trade was we get long here, stop low of day. This was first target at these pivot highs here off the first push. Trading options, especially SPY options with either 1 or 0 days to expiration. You always want to take those pushes to lock in profits. And then my next target was actually the supply zone. Unfortunately, when we trapped here, I couldn't hold. I got out. In this case, it was actually the right play because I would have stopped out break even down here for a $0 gain on the remaining piece, but we did manage to take a piece of the pie here. Now, I don't recommend changing your plan once you've already made it, and like I said, my plan was to hold the remaining position up to this supply zone, but with Powell speaking and an obvious trap zone being set in, I figured I could bend the rules a little bit here and take the rest off considering the current market condition and how hard we failed right here. Many of the students in the room actually took this trade, which was a beautiful double bottom off the TZ into demand. Buyers started coming into play again, pushing price higher. We got some increasing volume as price moved up. They got long in this area, and then they played the supply zone play. So they targeted supply, and this was an absolutely amazing trade from about 4.630s or 4.634 all the way up to 4.675, and some of them 4.680s. So that's a beautiful play whether you're playing shares, options, or futures. We'll end it there for the day. For today, this was a quick recap. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. Like, comment, subscribe. You can catch us on all the socials at lprtradinggroup.com or LPR Trading Group. If you have any questions, let me know.